Donald Trump will never make a statement like that. He only brings up Lincoln Riley, and the MAGA Republicans only bring up Lincoln Riley so they can attack brown people and make it seem like all the undocumented immigrants in this country are going to, attack your family and take lives. They know what Donald Trump said was not only stupid, but dangerous when he called Zelenskyy a dictator. And what's the finish line here, and why would he do that? First of all, now Zelensky's really pissed off. And he's not even at the bargaining table because he doesn't even want to talk to Donald Trump. And Putin yesterday on Russian TV criticized Donald Trump, said, well, he said this was going to be over in 24 hours. We need to get this done. So you have both leaders of their countries angry at Donald Trump, our allies angry at Donald Trump. We have Donald Trump who's offering ridiculous concessions to an evil dictator. We have what's going on in the Israel-Palestinian conflict right now where Hamas doesn't care what Donald Trump says. Benjamin Netanyahu is a nut. We all know that. But he's not taking over Gaza. He's not buying Gaza. He's not going to figure out a way to displace 2 million Palestinians. That was stupid. He has made every situation in this country worse. I would say even immigration. And people would argue, well, Brian, look at all the illegals that have been deported. Yeah, look at all the families and those who have paid taxes. Look at all the people in this country that are non-violent criminals that have been deported. But, it is interesting to me, too, because I mentioned her name and the beautiful young girl that lost her life. And, I've been talking about her and I've been bringing up her name, and we got to continue to bring up her name nonstop over and over again. Jocelyn Rojo Carranza, who took her own life because she was bullied, and she was bullied about her deportation status for her and her family. But you will never hear Donald Trump mention her name. Why? Because when Donald Trump and the far right bring up Lincoln Riley, they don't care about Lincoln Riley. I do. It's a tragedy. It's horrible. My heart goes out to her family. But they only bring up victims of horrible crimes for political gain and scoring political points. They won't bring up this young girl's name. You think Donald Trump would make statements about bullying and how it's unacceptable and we have to treat people with respect regardless of whether they're undocumented or not? Donald Trump will never make a statement like that. He only brings up Lincoln Riley, and the MAGA Republicans only bring up Lincoln Riley so they can attack brown people and make it seem like all the undocumented immigrants in this country are going to, attack your family and take lives. And we all know that's not the case. We also know that per capita, you have a better chance of being a victim of a crime by a U.S. citizen than you do an undocumented immigrant. But you'll never hear facts, and you'll never hear the far right talk about that. Any single time anybody brings up Lincoln Riley, you bring up this 11-year-old girl's name. And I hate to do this because we shouldn't be talking about people who have lost their lives to score political points. But I am sick and tired of the right doing it every single day. They'll demonize migrants as if they're all criminals, but let's just pardon white supremacist insurrectionists that beat the crap out of police officers. That is where the MAGA Republican Party is today.